drop your top and how you lose your cool and how you look at me to say why. Ain't no fighting, no I can't stop it.
Hi darlings, and welcome back to a new video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Xoligcabashevlogs. If you're a returning subscriber, hey doll, and welcome home. You guys remember I did mention that I'll be starting a new segment called Perfectly Imperfect, and I think I don't know which route to go yet, and I'm gonna find out from this specific video. Like, what would you guys like me to do? Would you guys like me to speak on the video, like have a sit down? Because I just feel like sometimes sit downs, like, oh, I don't know, I just feel like when you have something to actually watch, like a get ready with me like this, it's easier rather than just sitting down and speaking, which is fine, because one thing about my darlings, they'll watch my sit downs, but I just wanted to try something new. But like, this is maybe could be one video and then something else, you know what I'm saying? So this is like a makeup therapy video of some sort, and then I will decide from here, or we will see from here how we go about it. But yeah, welcome back. This is the first Perfectly Imperfect video. I will be sharing some of the things that I've encountered or things that I went through that I feel like will help the next person. Be a better you, be a better individual. You guys know I'm all about being transparent, all about speaking to, I think, the younger following, if I could put it like that, you know what I'm saying? Because more than anything, everybody and anybody needs, I don't want to say guidance, because I don't want to see myself as a psychologist, therapist, whatever, but I'm just seeing myself as Xoli, who likes to talk to you and more than anything give you valid advice, if I could say that, because I'm almost certain that there's a lot of people that do appreciate me coming and talking to them about a lot of things that involves growing up, being a young lady. We go through so many things, guys, as women, and some of our choices, be it in life in general, be it our friends, be it our relationships and whatnot, be it platonic. There's a lot that goes on into being a woman, and I just feel like it's hardly ever talked about. And I know what I'm about to share with you guys will, to some people, actually, it'll be like a cliche, and to some people, they'll be like, "Oh my God, this actually helped me." Because at the end of the day, I've realized that in as much as people would say whatever that they want to say, I would at least touch two people's lives. Like, that's a given. I would at least touch two people's lives, and that is what I am hell bent on doing. Be it on a public platform, be it on a personal type of setup. I know that one of my videos will touch somebody's lives. Anyway, let's get straight into it. I've written down like 5 points that I feel like have been playing such a vital role in my life, and the choices that I make, the things that I do, and how it has not even affected, but how it has literally made the lifestyle that I have right now. It has made me the woman that I am right now. Because I remember last year, 2022, I sat down with myself and I was on, no, not last year, 2022, last year, 2023, I sat down and I set boundaries and I said, this is the life that I'm going to live this year. And that's the life that I lived last year. You know what I'm saying? It made me so happy, but also it was the most hardest year of my life, because that's the time that I gave my life to Christ. You guys remember that I told you the story. And that was kind of difficult, because when you look at it, I thought that, okay, this is the best day of my life. I'm going to focus on myself, going out, this and that. I was in a relationship. Everything was just perfect from the get go in January. So now everything went left around March, and I just couldn't believe what was happening. But I realized that in as much as a lot that was happening in terms of my relationships and giving my life to God, the boundaries and the things that I said I'd do for myself last year, I did. I definitely did. And I was so proud to be like, even if I was going through something, even if the things that I wanted to go my way didn't, I still enforced boundaries. And I'm so proud that I did this. So I'm not going to waste any time before you guys get annoyed with me. The first one is only comparing myself to my previous self. You know, when you compare yourself to others, you've automatically asked yourself to feel bad about what you have or what you have achieved, right? I do believe when we're really young, it makes sense to compare ourselves to our peers, as everyone has very limited life experience when we're still young. We're trying to grow, we're trying to see ourselves in a light that we've never seen ourselves. Guys, every single body's experience of life is brand new. You don't know what you're doing, you know? So comparison is literally something that you will do because you're still young. We're from different households, we're from different backgrounds, and that's what makes it that comparison. So no one has had the time to develop the wisdom that sets your standards, your key strengths, and whatever makes us all unique. But like the older we get, the conditions of our lives become more and more personal. And as a result, they become less comparable with those of others, you know? So don't blame yourself for having this tendency to compare. It's natural. And it was useful when you were young, you know? The point I'm trying to make in this is the only person you should compare yourself to now is the person you were yesterday. The you from yesterday has lived the exact same life as the you from today, and they've had the same advantages and disadvantages as you've had. You know, the you from yesterday is your only true competitor. You can get ahead of them by improving what? By improving yourself today. You know, one way to do this is to take a big picture look at your life and make sure that, like, your dreams and aspirations are not derived from comparisons with other people. You know, I think in my last video I said, "Oh my God, I want like to settle down. I want to have this life that is it's not like it's not unattainable. It is attainable, but not right now, you know, because I've gave my life to God. I need to search for his things first before he can give me what he thinks is good for me. You know, I could be in a relationship right now, like I said. There's a lot of niggas that want to be in a relationship with you, but you can't because you now are uholwang moya, if I could say it like that. I wish I could say it in English. You're not ruled by yourself. You don't do things according to your own accord. You do things according to God's will. You know what I'm saying? So, oh my God, when I'm being completely honest with myself, are these aspirations and dreams what I genuinely want today? You know, the things that happened yesterday. So taking from my personal experience what I wanted in my early 20s is not the same as I want now. Making a lot of money actually was a huge motivator in my decision making back then actually. But now when I look at it, I'm just like, I'm grateful for the little things. I'm grateful I was so honest with myself in the beginning, you know. I'm grateful that now going into my 30s, I have revisited and challenged some of these things that are outdated aspirations, you know. It doesn't make sense anymore, you know. So if you think it would be useful for you to revisit which dreams and aspirations of yours are most important to you today, then the Wheel of Life Sana exercise can be really helpful. I want you to Google the Wheel of Life exercise and see how you can put it in your daily routine, in your daily life, to see how it's going to help you the way that it has helped me, you know? The next one is focus on the things that I can control. Guys, I've said this multiple times on my channel. If I can't control something, I'm not going to put all of my energy in it. You know what I'm saying? And I always say that, be it my appearance, be it my I want to make an example, a prime example, my body. It's not like I had a what's this? I hated my body and whatnot, but I just felt like I was shaped like a freaking surfboard. So because I could control those things, I decided to change how I look. You know what I'm saying? Those are things that I reach. Those are things that I can control. Those are things that I can look back at and be like, okay, cool. I could control these type of situations and I fixed it. You know, one thing about me, I believe in moving furniture around. Sana, if you have the means and the money, I believe in it. But if you can't control those things, what's the point on dwelling on them because they're going to eat you up alive? You know what I'm saying? If you can't control, um how can I put it? I want to make a prime example. Like I said, my BBL was something that was in my control, and I fixed how my body looked because I didn't like looking like a surfboard, you know. So the trick is to control what you can and let go of the rest. This is how you build resilience actually, and you start making positive changes because no matter what kind of chaos is happening around you, trying to control everything, Sana, is a battle you can't win. It's discouraging waste of energy to focus on areas where you really can't change the outcome, no matter how hard you try. Knowing the difference between what you can and cannot control is step one. So I always say, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. You know, so every area of my life now, I invite God because I feel like I can't do anything without Him. And the number one thing being control. Like, I gave up all control to Him because sometimes I just feel like I'll drive myself to a pub wanting to control each and every single area around me, which can't work really. It really can't. So don't dwell on things that will make you question everything just because you want to be in control. No. Life really, it really does not work like that, my love. Trust me. You know. The next one is what's yours will find you. Sana, the universe will always have a way of how we can get what we deserve. Even though I feel like it's very impossible sometimes, it's never imagined, or I feel like we cannot achieve it. But if it was meant for us or meant for you, it's really meant for you, and it'll find its way to you. Even though I feel like, for a very long time, in the end, we will get there at the right time. We don't have to worry. We don't have to think too much. We don't have to spend the day miserably looking for what's wrong with us and thinking about why our wishes weren't granted until we feel God has left us. But God never leaves. We just sometimes forget about His existence because you're going through something and you feel like whatever that you want is not there at that present moment. We don't need to waste time on that. All we need to do is try to be the best version of ourselves, getting better every day, trying according to what we can. After that, we just need to be patient and trust the process, because God has the best way for how us to find what's best for us. So worrying is not your portion. Don't push yourself beyond your limits. Uncertainty may be frightening and sometimes questioning in my head, like, I don't have the answers right away, but what I believe, that there is power higher than anything we can or we will continue to move forward. Because what is meant in our life will find its way to us. What is lost will come back if it's meant for us. But if it doesn't come back, rest assured, Sarah, that there will be a bigger surprise, even though we never imagined it. Like, it's crazy. I was watching something, and sorry, I was reading something, right? And God was holding something behind his back. And then he said, let go, I have something bigger, you know? And then you're like, but I can't let go. And then he's like, let go, I have something bigger for you. You know what I'm saying? So trusting in God, trusting the process, that the things that are meant for us that will come for us. Guys, with them low, or a person's wicked heart that will hold it and be like, this is not going to come. It is. It is. What is ours will come at the best time, such as the opportunity, work, hope, love, that relationship that you want so bad will find us at the right time when God knows that we deserve it and when we are really ready to receive it. Sometimes we are so hell bent on wanting things that are not in line with what you are currently doing in your life. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make a prime example. I want companionship. I want to settle down. I want a relationship. But that is not in line or in tune with what God has for me currently, because I'm still searching for God's purpose in my life. I'm still searching for God's love. I'm still searching for God's things. I'm still searching for God's kingdom before I can actually sit down to be like, okay, cool, you can now give me whatever that I want in terms of, be it my relationship, be it kids, be it whatever, you know. Guys, we can have kids, and we can have kids now and be mothers, but I feel like I did it wrong the first time. I don't want to do it wrong again. I'm not saying my child is wrong, no. I'm just saying, obviously, I had a baby before marriage, and that's not what I'm trying to do again. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying my child is a mistake or anything, but I'm just saying I don't want to make the same choices that I made when I was younger. I'm older now, I'm wiser. There's no point in me now, because my life is different. I can go have a baby before marriage, but I'm the same person that's preaching God this, God that. You know what I'm saying? So I think it more than anything, I am at the point where I'm like, when God feels or God thinks I'm ready, He will give me the things that I so desire. You know what I'm saying? Because you can get consumed with the things that you want, to an extent where once God gives them to you, you don't even pay attention to God anymore because you've already got what you wanted. So I think God is a very smart man to be like, nah, not yet, my child. No, 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 not yet. You know, the next one is prioritizing my peace. Why do I value peace above all things? Why do I see it as something nice to have, but an absolute bottom line necessity? Because peace is the glue that follows everything, that allows, everything that is good. It is the foundation to calm, clear, creative, enjoyable, and meaningful living. You don't waste your time or energy on things you have no control over, which is fine, which is brilliant. You leave alone the things you can't do anything about. You channel your focus very precisely, and you sleep well too. I've realized that last year, you guys remember, I prayed that God puts me in a place or a position where I find peace with the fact that my relationship was over and it wasn't what God wanted to me, because we were not on the same path with this person. We were not doing the same things. We were not, it was not a God ordained one. I don't want to lie to you. It was not a God ordained one, because I feel like obviously I went into the relationship with my own understanding and not God's understanding. And I always say that you can't do things according to your own accord, Sana. You need God's guidance and God's mercy and graciousness upon your life in order for you to get the things that you want, in order for you to understand that I can't do things by myself. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I went into to this relationship head over heels. Mind you, I hadn't been in a relationship in 2 years. So, Vele, the first thing that I'm going to do is just fall deeply in love. I don't want to lie to you. I did not pray for my relationship. I didn't put God at the forefront of the relationship. I just didn't do things the proper way, you know? And I feel like God was like, okay, cool. You didn't do things the proper way. I'm going to show you how to do things. And also, I'm going to make this relationship a lesson to you that you need me in your life. That's how God showed himself to me through my relationship. He was like, you need me, and I'm going to show you that you need me. I'm going to break you first before I make you, or before I help you be this person that I want you to be. Be a woman of God first. Be clothed in strength. I felt like I had to touch the hem of God's clothing in order for me to get to where I am. It was so difficult. It really was. But I'm at the most happiest I've ever been, because I made God my Lord and Savior. I put him at the forefront of everything. You know what I'm saying? So I would highly, highly recommend you doing the same. There's nothing as amazing as being in God's presence. I don't want to lie to you. There's nothing as beautiful as being in God's presence. There's nothing as comfortable as being in God's presence, because every single point that I've made here, all of these 5 points that I've made here, they only make sense because I've put God at the forefront of everything. You know, if I were to continue comparing myself or comparing my journey or comparing my life to the next person, it's almost as if you are not trusting God's timing. Last week, during Bible study, Rory Sam was speaking about what's this? Let me just share with you guys briefly. Rory Sam was speaking about just hold for me. I'm actually reading from my book because wow, Sana, I'm old now. It was speaking about making God a priority. There's a considerable amount of years that you've trusted God, but whatever you wanted didn't come to pass. Why is that? Why is that? You know? And then she was like, no wave or current can push you too far out that God can't come and find you. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy how we tend to make God an object in a sense that whenever everything is not going right, you quickly run to God. But whenever everything um is going good for you, you forget him. You forget him because life is currently great at that present moment. No, we need to put him at the center of everything. We can't do this life thing by ourselves, guys. I don't want to lie to you. We cannot do this life thing by ourselves. We can't. God should be at the forefront of everything, forefront of your life, forefront of your problem, at the forefront of your happiness. at the forefront of your peace. Every single thing that you do should be in alignment with what God wants for you. So, going about all the things that you're going to do right now, I want you to put God at the forefront. I want you to exercise all of these things that I've just mentioned. You may be already doing them, which is perfectly perfect, because at the end of the day, we are perfectly imperfect. you know, so whatever that you are putting into your life right now, whatever that you listen to, whatever that you feel is helping you, I would highly suggest looking and not comparing your life to anybody else's but yourself. Yesterday's you is different to today's you. Whatever that you were listening to yesterday can be different to what you want to listen to right now. Whatever music or whatever tone or whatever things that you were doing previously can be different to what you're doing right now. And that's okay, because as individuals we change. We experience new things. We see life in a different setup, and we just like, okay, cool. This is what I want for myself now. This is what I don't want for myself now. You know what I'm saying? So comparison is a thief of joy, but comparing to your previous self is something that you would make sense. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I hope you guys do like this video. Like I said, please let me know if you want me to do a sit down. This was just something that I'm trying, because I just feel like when you're doing your makeup and you're not really focusing on talking, it's almost like you're doing something, So me doing my hair and makeup with you guys, I just feel like you can actually pay attention, because it's something that is, cute. I'm getting cute. I'm putting on my lashes. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. But yeah, some days I will be having an actual sit down. Some days I'll be doing a get ready with me. Some days I'll just be doing a voiceover like this, because I just feel like this is makeup therapy. It's therapy for us. I personally love makeup therapy videos. I just feel like they so cute. I'm watching somebody do their face, but also I'm receiving a message. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this was the first segment of Perfectly Imperfect. I plan on doing all of these things. I plan on having so many sit downs this year, because I just feel like my journey with God has altered my my brain somehow. And I just feel like I want to be constantly sharing with you guys what I learn and what I go through, and how God helps me in those things. Because I don't think I'd be able. I even want to understand, how have I been doing this thing without him all this time? How? How, Sway? How? So yeah, I don't want to be calling it woman empowerment, Sana. No, I just want to come here and just tell you guys how life is working out for me now that Christ is in me, now that Christ lives in her. I was reading my comments, guys, and someone was like, "You have this glow ever since you have taken Christ into your life." It feels so amazing to hear somebody say that, and I wouldn't want to keep it to myself. I don't want to gatekeep on to share it with the world. So with that being said, my darlings, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys soon.